For people who totally blinded their spouse when serving them with divorce papers, what happened on the day they were served? So, not the divorced party, but I was the divorce attorney for the wife. Without giving away identifying details, this one gutted me far more than the more venomous divorces I did. Wife was very upfront with me that she had never loved her husband, though he was her best friend. She had never really wanted to get married, but he was such a wonderful person that she could never imagine finding someone better. He adored and loved her deeply, and so she knew he would never cheat or hurt her. They had children, now full-grown and out in the world, and she felt like it was time to actually live the life she had always wanted to live. They had decades together, and she only now had the courage to try to live for herself. She warned me he had no idea this was coming, and wanted to be present when it was served so that she could explain it to him. In agreement with her request, I told her the day I gave it to the process server. Since she told me where husband would be, we knew once the process server had the filed documents, they'd be served that day. She told me later that husband was so shocked and so confused that he just kept asking her, "Wait, this is real? This isn't a bad prank? What's going on?" She explained, and he cried, asking her to let him fix everything, go to counseling, anything. She told him there wasn't anything to fix. He was and is the absolute perfect spouse, that she was the issue because she had always lived her life for other people and wanted to live for herself for once. Just as she told me he would, once he decided that this would make her happy, he had no fight in him. He signed everything, gave her anything, just wanted to make sure she was okay, and really sure about it. No games were played. Honestly, that was the most tragic part of it. Even in the last gasps and whimpers of their marriage, he was still the perfect husband to her. ETA. People are assuming she grabbed whatever she could in the divorce and made out like a bandit. That is not at all the case. She refused everything he tried to push her to take during the divorce, including alimony, which she would have gotten at least a decade of, and not a small amount either. The house, part of their business, etc. She only wanted her personal vehicle and her personal items. Her husband had to pressure the hell out of her to get her to agree to take half their joint account because he was worried she didn't make enough on her own to afford rent in their small town. Like I said, perfect husband to the last.